It's always better at Berger.
When it's time for a new vehicle, come to Berger. Our family-owned dealership has been serving West Michigan's automotive needs since 1925. Right now at Berger, we will match your down payment up to $2,000, or we'll give you up to $4,000 more for your trade. Berger gives you more options, more value, and more ways to drive home happy. Come to Berger and find out why Chevrolet is West Michigan's top-selling brand. Start shopping online at bergerchevy.com.
Would you like to round up your purchase today? Raise your hand if you've been asked that before. Oh, wait, don't. You're probably driving. Rounding Up, though, does incredible things for the charities in our community. Every single penny raised through our Roundup at the Register and Community Kickback program goes directly to the charity of the month. Charities like Wings of Mercy, 92 for 22, Helen DeVos Children's Hospital, and so many more. Know a charity that would benefit? Contact info@jhoil.com for more details. J&H Family Stores, fueling Michigan since 1969.
It's time for the Steve and Kyle podcast with Kyle.
Does anyone local sell hand-knit/crocheted sweaters to be worn by chickens? Looking for a gift for my mom.
Wait, so her mom's a chicken? Right? I mean, her avatar is a cartoon. Maybe she's a chicken-human offspring or hybrid.
And Steve.
The Dark World, Steve, your official review of Thor, The Dark World.
This sucks already.
Live on tape from APS 3 point whatever, it's the Steve and Kyle podcast.
Oh, I'm glad you asked, Steve. So when I put that intro together every week, you know, a lot of the time, I know kind of the time frame I'm looking, and granted, thank you again for asking. I know the time that I need to fill so that it's a pretty seamless introduction.
Yeah.
And a little peel back behind the curtain. So again, you know, thank you again for bringing this up so early.
Yeah.
I knew that I wanted to play you talking about Thor: The Dark World sucking, which the big twist in that is by the end, you gave that thing a generally positive review.
Yeah, I actually kind of liked it.
So
what the hell? Everything's all topsy-turvy.
Me knowing that was a little bit shorter. You know, everybody talks about it. When Steve's funny, it's very short. Doesn't last very long.
No.
You got to take it where you can get it.
Yep.
And hone it in and really hammer it home for those little short spans.
Right. And funny.
Right. Funny is a relative term.
Heavy air quotes.
So I knew, and I actually look forward to this. I pulled a couple of things from me last week that were funny, which, again, not hard to find. Just click a timestamp and click play. And
anywhere.
Someone's laughing.
Yeah. It's like throwing a dart at the broadside of a barn.
Right. It'd be like throwing a dart at a dartboard where it's all bullseyes.
Do you think they have any of those?
Like a bullseye lady? Yeah. So every game is just make sure you hit the board.
Right. As long as you hit the board, you're at least going to tie.
So I knew, and it's fun for me. I was able to dig back in to the archives because I knew I needed something longer to fill those gaps. So looking at things that I saved years ago that were longer,
yeah,
I was then reminded of the time that you stumbled across a Facebook posting about a woman looking for chicken hats or whatever that was.
Knit hats for chickens because she wanted to buy one for her mother.
And just to show you that we have not come very far in terms of our comedy, in case you missed it there during the intro, maybe you're someone who, you know, presses the 30-second fast forward twice.
No, big mistake.
The big gag there was that the woman's mother was the chicken.
Comedy.
I still think it's funny. I listened back to it and I thought,
I do too.
I remember not the context, but I remember that joke. And I was like, I still needed to hear it, and I still broke into a smile at the end.
It was brand new to me.
Filled me with joy.
I vaguely remember the chicken thing.
Yeah.
But, the surprise of the mom being the chicken.
It sneaks up on you. And like any good joke,
It does.
It really sneaks up on you from behind.
Yeah, you don't see it coming.
That's why, and I would argue, top tier, the best jokes on the planet, all consist of coming up from behind someone unsuspecting and going, nah! Really rousing them.
Right.
The best jokes in the history of the world.
Right, those are jokes.
Those are just top-notch gags. I mean,
Gaffes.
The only thing better.
Yeah, hijinks.
That's a step above the whoopee cushion. But those are both premium bits of comedy. Do you think, if you bust out a whoopee cushion at the side gig, don't tell anybody, you're sitting in your corner, 5:59 a.m., so they're strolling in.
Yeah.
Mic's about to be cracked. All quiet because you guys have no headphones on. And someone sits on a whoopee cushion.
Okay.
Do you think you would have time to tone down the uproarious laughter that has now consumed the room?
Boy, there's a lot of moving parts there. It might be tough to pull off the gaff, first of all, because, whoopee cushions aren't small.
Right.
People are going to see them right away. So maybe I kind of stand at the side, and as they're sitting down, I throw it like a Frisbee. Yeah. Just to get that.
So you need to practice your
whoopee,
Frisbee.
Whoopee cushion Frisbee throwing.
And listen, I hate to be a joke snob here because I feel like there's probably a big group of people out there who don't understand what we're saying. It would then sound like one of them farted.
Oh.
From their butts.
Oh, a butt fart.
When they sat down.
Uh-huh.
It would be funny.
Yes.
I think that fit in. I'd like to see you give that a try.
Okay. Look, man, I am just, I'm open to any ideas that you have.
I'm just looking to finally bring that show into the mainstream. Really give you guys the audience that you think you deserve.
That we think we deserve.
Well, you've got Dick Hour, you've got Fart Hour.
Mm-hmm. Would the whoopee cushion joke kick off Fart Hour?
Well, is it a bigger joke if the whoopee cushion comes during Dick Hour? Because nobody would expect it, right?
Yeah. Oh boy, there's a lot.
I'll put that on the poll. Is the whoopee cushion more fitted to surprise during Dick Hour or lead off Fart Hour?
I appreciate you getting these hard questions in early.
Well, listen, I know, and we've got stuff to get to today, and I'm glad you put the onus on me today because I've been waiting to unleash all my bits, and that's why I'm kind of sad you missed the whoopee cushion I put on your seat when you came and sat down. Oh,
jeez. Did you Frisbee throw it? Or
I did. I Frisbee threw it. It ended up like below your feet. So now it's just going to sound like a foot fart, which nobody thinks is as funny as a butt fart.
Not even remotely.
Listen. Let's rip the Band-Aid off.
Yeah.
We've got mail.
Hold on.
That's what we needed to get to, right?
I know you're throwing this. You're throwing this out at me.
Listen, we're recording later in the day. I had a cup of coffee this morning.
Okay,
I'm fresh off of lunch.
All right,
I don't need a nap. I went to bed at a normal time.
Here we go.
Hey, folks, viewer mail time again. Oh, here's one from Sally, age 14. Dear Pig.
Number 3.
That's right. Well, let's open the one that, we all have our suspicions about it, Steve. Mm-hmm. This is from our friends over at the Bill Payment Processing Center.
Yes.
Who, Sioux Falls, big contingent on
Big
Sioux Falls.
Listeners.
Big
listeners.
And while I open this, I do want to remind, we have not forgotten about our new zip code-based podcast, or area code-based podcast. We actually had someone in the great state of Wyoming, a fan of this program.
Yeah.
But we were simply not able to make it work based on the time. So her chance is gone.
I think we call her at work.
Yeah. I mean, what is she going to do? Not answer?
Yeah, very likely. Very likely.
And so while I do open that, I do want to get... we got to get ready for next week.
Is that 309?
309. And this is one we've got. I bet you I just said those numbers. You said those numbers?
Yeah.
Someone listening's ears just perked up.
Where is it? Oh, that's
Bloomington, Peoria,
Oh yeah,
Galesburg.
Oh, we got a big contingency there as well.
Yep. So 309. I will put the call out on social media. It's your week. We need to talk to you all things Peoria, Illinois, and then oh baby, we got 310 next week. You know what 310 is? The 310?
Of course.
Right next to the 90210? Los Angeles.
L.A., California.
L.A., California.
La La Land.
Beverly Hills, Malibu, and Long Beach. So
okay.
Didn't our former friends at the commercial break used to live there?
No, I think they had a billboard there once.
Oh, well, yeah.
They had a billboard in Compton.
Okay, so when we make the fun joke that it's in Van Wert, they then steal the bit.
Yeah.
And put it in Compton.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think they might have done it before us, actually. But hey.
We paid with cash dollars donated. I'm sure they did like a blip digital, right? Do they have a 22 by 11 foot folded up billboard somewhere in the basement of their home?
Sitting somewhere in a closet that was never utilized despite years of planning.
From our friends at the Bill Payment Processing Center and our more dear friend, Billy Stacks.
Billy Stacks of Cash.
The Money Day has arrived. Mm-hmm. I have this marked on the calendar every month.
As Money Day?
Second week, second weekend I know we're recording.
Yeah.
I want to make sure that this is still coming. Because the second Billy stops paying is the instant we go blocking IP addresses.
Can we do that? Is that like, can we target it that specifically?
That's a good thing that I can't, because I'm off the cuff enough or too willy-nilly enough that I would say, okay, you want to be a jerk to me? Mm-hmm. You're now blocked from the podcast and downloading it. That just doing nothing.
Sounds like something you do.
Just death by a million paper cuts for the podcast. So once you look at the downloads, you realize it's lower than it ever has been. And I can tell you, someone said they didn't like my bald head, so I had to block them from downloading.
I don't blame you.
And a second envelope this week that, I guess blink twice if you need help, Brendan, because... Tell me, if you had to describe this writing in this envelope, Steve.
I would say it's safe to assume Brendan did not win the penmanship award in elementary school.
And maybe, if the time comes where we talk to Brendan, maybe we ask him who broke both of his hands with a hammer, because he definitely addressed this with a pen in his mouth.
No offense.
No. And to be honest, we didn't hear Brendan if he was offended, so... We're still free to go. So we'll open this envelope. Maybe I bet it's cash.
You think? You think he just sent an envelope of cash?
It's Money Day.
It is Money Day, yeah.
So we talked about it again the second week.
It'd be silly to send it if it wasn't Money Day. Okay.
There's a letter.
Oh, God.
You think the old trash receptacle still works?
This better not be about your problems, Brendan.
Dear Steve and Kyle. Talk about your font choice here. I want to start off by saying I've had this sticker for a little while. As you can see, it's a little beat up, but I think it will sticker just fine. Stickers from a locally owned coffee shop.
Carpet and coffee shop?
No, sorry, I misspoke.
Oh,
locally
I was going to say
coffee shop.
that is a strange combination. Carpet and coffee.
Well, we're not too far removed from some radio in this area doing remotes at glove and tarp stores.
That's true. Those at least go together. Gloves,
to a degree, right?
Typically when you're... it's not out of the question if you're using a tarp that a glove would be needed.
Right.
But
you're implying that if you need a tarp, you need a glove, right? Like A to B, straight line. I'm willing to accept that. I'll put it on the poll, but I'm willing to accept
if you need a tarp, do you need a glove?
Yeah, if you need a tarp, do you need a glove? There's no question. Locally owned I could read this as Brendan wrote it.
Please do.
The sticker is from a locally owned coffee shop on Martha's Vineyard called Mocha Malt's. I know there are no free rides, but they make a great cup of coffee. Your friend and Massachusetts chapter president of the Throat Goblin Scooter Club.
Very nice.
Brendan Whitley. Whitley? That's going to be Whitley.
Whitley.
Yeah. Whitley. And inside, as advertised, the sticker... That's from a coffee shop, huh?
It is it's a man with big teeth and a brush cut.
I don't have a business degree, but I'm willing to say that any sticker that doesn't reference your business,
yeah, you're kind of missing the boat, right? Like it doesn't. Yeah. What is it called? Like Mocha Joe's or
Mocha
something?
Mott's.
Mocha Mott's.
Mocha Mott's, which I'm guessing since the time he sent this is out of business because if this is their marketing scheme.
But hey, we're gonna take that. I'm gonna put it on the sticker wall right now.
It's going up. It's going up. Another edition, and again, the sticker wall is open. It's available, open for business. Whether it's your workplace, maybe it's a company you own, maybe it's something local that you enjoy, like Mocha Mott's on Martha's Vineyard. You can send it our way. The address and the P.O. box to send your stuff is in the notes to this show. Or if you are too lazy to look at that, you can go ahead and send us either a DM or a message on Facebook, and we can give you that address. So you can send along all of the stuff for the sticker wall as it grows. 4, 7, 9, 10. That's like our 12th sticker there, Steve. Oof. Looking good.
Got a bit of a crease in it.
Yeah, well, he advertised it as banged up, and it sure was. Mocha Mott's now represented. I look forward to in 3 weeks me looking at that sticker and looking at you and saying, "What the hell's the guy with the buzz cut for?"
I think that for every business that we get a sticker for, we do a complimentary endorsement.
A quick read.
Hey, folks, it's Steve and Kyle here from the Steve and Kyle podcast. For our friends at
Mocha Mott's.
Mocha Mott's on Martha's Vineyard. Oh, boy. Kyle, what would you say if I told you that you could get coffee on Martha's Vineyard?
Steve, I'd call you crazy.
I know. It's a vineyard. You'd think you can only get wine. But no. No. At, what is it called?
Mocha Mott's.
At Mocha Mott's, you can get a cup of coffee. And it's a fine cup of coffee, according to Brendan. And we don't know anything about Brendan, except that he has terrible penmanship.
Yeah.
Does not store stickers very well.
Mm-hmm.
But one thing you can trust a Brendan on is a recommendation for a good cup of Joe.
Oh, I'm sorry, Steve. Were you over there looking for strawberry almond scones? Maybe a blueberry chocolate croissant.
I don't.
Maybe you have an eye towards lunch. Maybe a spinach, tomato, pesto, goat cheese, focaccia. Focaccia? Focaccia.
Yep, you got it. Focaccia.
Oh, you're thinking dessert then?
Mm-hmm.
What about a little lemon poppy seed cake? Maybe some gluten-free coconut almond cake? Mocha Mott's on Martha's Vineyard is the place for you for not just your coffee, but also your quick deli and pastry bites. If you're near the vineyard, please stop into one of the many Mocha Mott's locations. This one goes out to all of our super wealthy, upper middle class white folks, because I think that's the only type of person who lives on Martha's Vineyard.
What was that story that you were telling me the other day about the last time you were in Mocha Mott's? It was really funny.
Oh my gosh, Steve, I'm so glad you asked. I was at Mocha Mott's, and I had on my Sunday best, as you do on Martha's Vineyard.
Of course. And
I walked in looking again for my blueberry chocolate croissant.
Decided to not go with the focaccia this time.
And I walked in and I ordered, as advertised, my favorite, the blueberry chocolate croissant. And I was handed this croissant, and I couldn't wait. I decided I need to dig right in, and you'll never believe it in a million years. Right out the back of that croissant, what do you think happened? Blueberry shot out like a water gun.
Oh.
All over my finest bow tie. Oh, no. My Sunday best. But as you know, me on Martha's Vineyard.
Right.
I've always got a backup bow tie.
MV Kyle always has a backup bow tie.
I think anybody on Martha's Vineyard has a backup bow tie. And I'll put that on the poll as well. Because
of course.
That just seems logical. Maybe I'm incorrect. Have you ever been there?
No. I have not been to Martha's Vineyard.
You've been on and I know you're supposed to refer to it as on. Is it on Cape Cod? On the
Cape Cod.
Yeah,
I have not.
I thought you guys had some radio stuff out there.
The radio show was there, but I was
not.
The
time.
Yeah,
okay.
I was not along for that trip.
Maybe I'm thinking of them incorrectly, but I look at Martha's Vineyard and Cape Cod as very similar in terms of how you're supposed to act. Like a backup bow tie is a common thing.
Backup bow tie is definitely a common thing, and you have to have a little like a holder for it. Kind of like the if you buy a pair of fancy glasses, they come in like that little case that flips open.
Yep.
I mean, you have a case for a backup bow tie, right?
Yep. No question. You don't want your backup bow tie to be crunched, folded up like a mess. Like, what are you pulling it out of your pocket? No, you're pulling it from your satchel.
Yeah.
Because it's strung, the diagonal around you, over your suspenders.
Yeah.
Again, your Sunday best, Martha's Vineyard. That's just the standard. That's the run of the mill. Well,
So
Steve, I ran out of content. So I guess let's address the elephant in the room here.
Is there an elephant in the room?
We're recording a little later today, a little out of sorts.
It is Sunday, March 13th, 2022, the year of our Lord, the Steve and Kyle podcast. 2:56 p.m.
When would you say, let me phrase it a different way. If you had to estimate a percentage functional you are at this instant, 2:56 p.m. Eastern.
So, like, where's my battery meter at?
Right.
If I'm looking at my cell phone.
Yep, 2:56. Your battery percentage today.
24%.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I figured by this point I thought you might be a little higher.
No.
Let's talk about it. Let's get into it.
Okay.
You're a man in your mid 30s.
Mid 30s. Yep. Be
You
41
decided.
in May.
You decided to hit the town.
I did.
I only found this out via some of the comments. So I posted a little snippet on social media about how we weren't recording this morning, and some of the people.
Did you post the screenshot from the text that I sent
Yes.
you? Okay.
And some of the comments referenced you going out. So that's what made me do a tiny bit of digging, and I saw some images and videos because, again, I don't care about you on social media.
No.
We talk once a week. You didn't reply as I try to pull together from the depths of hell, Poll Badness 2022. So I figured you were busy. So I see.
I don't even remember that text. I don't know what time it was at.
Might need a digital design Steve to come out and help us build a bracket. I really want a bracket. And as of today, me spending a couple hours
you can't
last
just find
night,
a blank bracket.
not with big enough space to fit what we need. So the issue with Poll Badness, not the issue, is for us to fit this the amount of words that are in a lot of these poll questions that are on Poll Badness. We need extra space in between all of the bracket matchups. So I think we need to build one from the ground up, which is a lot of line, connect them, line.
Maybe if you do it once, you can just kind of copy it.
Yeah, well, I think once you get a form of, what would it be, 8, you would then copy that once, mirror it.
Yep.
And, you're set.
We got this.
I could not get there yesterday, and I gave up. The Think Brick is not adequate enough.
It's not a graphic design machine.
Yeah. When was the last time you think you used Paint? I'm not talking about, Paint 3D. I'm not talking about anything made past 2002.
You're talking Microsoft Paint.
Microsoft
the
Paint.
Basic one.
Yes.
It's been a minute.
I looked at Excel for about 3 seconds. Nope, not going to happen there either. So, that's where we are. So that's how I knew. Okay. Like, he's doing something, but I knew you and Annette took a little mini trip. We'll get to that as well. And
we might not. Again, down to 21%.
I'm ready to go. I was thinking 2 today. 2 hours. I've got so much tent to fill this trip.
You can keep talking. I might not be here though.
I mean, we've got a backlog.
I know.
Of things we need to get to.
Looking up
that
at the Tron.
I think of all the days to pick to do that, I think it's today.
Okay.
I think we clean the board today.
Let's do it. Yeah.
2.5 hours. I think it's going to be fun.
Oh, yeah.
So
yeah, I can't imagine that would go poorly.
So I saw a few images on social media of you out and about doing whatever with whoever and watching whatever. Mm-hmm. What happened? What drove you to the point? Because not peer pressure, but you're out with a group, so it's a little bit different than if you're out with like one friend or even a couple, right? It doesn't really strike you the way that it seems to have struck you less than 20 hours ago.
Yeah. I had known that we had at the radio station we had tickets for this concert like a month ago. The PD there had said, "Hey, if you guys want to go, let me know. Everyone can get tickets." We're like, "Cool." So I said, "Yeah, I'll go." But then that thing happened that happens anytime you plan something in advance. As you get closer to it, you kind of start dreading it. And you're like, why did I commit to this? I don't want to do this. But I fought through that because I find that a lot of times when I have that negative attitude and I fight through it, I end up having a blast.
Impressive at your age to have the foresight to say, okay, I may not want to right now, but I'm going to do it.
I'm going to do this.
Okay.
So a couple of us met at a coworker's house.
Okay.
And the plan was hang out there for a little bit, maybe half hour, 45 minutes, an hour or so. Have a drink or two. Mm-hmm. We got, wait a minute, I'm sorry. Having a salt beverage or two. And then we were going to just call an Uber.
Okay.
Take the Uber to the concert and then Uber back. And that happened. The timeline was just a bit off.
Okay.
We ended up staying at the coworker's house for quite a bit longer than originally expected.
So about what time did the concert get done?
Done, I don't know, probably, I think we were back to the house by 11, maybe.
So it's 11 o'clock.
Yeah.
Long weekend for you. You're off.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Where were you at percentage-wise then about going home or staying?
Well, going home was not an option. If
by 11 o'clock.
There was no chance that I would have been okay to drive home.
Okay. Did you think about maybe calling Annette, waking her and Evelyn up so they could then cram in the car, come get you?
At no point did that cross my mind because actually before I left the house, Annette jokingly said like, all right, see you later. Like, be safe because I can't come get you. Because obviously she's not gonna wake up Evelyn and bring her and come pick idiot drunk me up.
Yeah. So it's 11 o'clock. What time did your afternoon/evening start before the concert? You said you met at the house before the show.
Probably. I got there at 6, maybe.
Okay, so I'm already exhausted. Listening to you right now, that's 5 hours of noise, and what I'm guessing you're going to unveil was some alcohol.
Mm-hmm.
By 11 o'clock, I'm done. I'm ready. If my option is continue partying or do anything else, door B. Okay?
Yeah.
So 11 o'clock hits, you go back. What does mid-30s Steve decide?
I wish I could tell you what I decided.
Oh, no.
Well, I can tell you, but I cannot tell you from my own memory. First of all, mid-30s Steve drank a little bit too much before the show.
So you did some pregame, some pre-drinking, sure.
A couple drinks.
Yeah.
But
you were fine?
Yeah, we got to the show. I was perfectly fine. And I brokered a hell of a deal with our Uber driver.
Okay.
Because I managed to get us a free Uber ride back.
Wow, how about you?
We had 2 extra tickets, and when we got in the car, the woman said, "Oh, where are you headed?" And we told her the venue we're going to. She's like, "Oh, that's right. There's that concert." I said, "Yep." She's like, "Man, I wanted to get tickets for that so badly, and I never, I totally forgot to get them or something."
Okay.
And but yeah, our group, there was like one person that had an extra ticket or 2. I think there were 2 extra tickets maybe, and I knew that we weren't going to do anything with them.
Right.
So I said to her, "You want a ticket to the show?" And she's like, "What?" "Yeah, do you want to go to the show? Like we have we got a couple extra tickets. Do you know someone or a friend or something?
Yeah.
She's like, I don't know if I can get anyone this on this short notice, but I will definitely go.
Heck yeah. Okay.
We
So they were excited. Like
we were like, awesome, this is great.
Yeah.
And she's like, your ride back is on me tonight. We were like, hell yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
So was this person planning on stopping doing Uber?
I don't think
for
so.
3 hours or so.
No, I think that she was planning on Ubering all night, but then when the opportunity for a free concert ticket was put in her face, she was like, hell yeah.
Yeah, because in my mind now, you've now given this woman the avenue to just go start boozing and partying at the concert and then have the privilege to drive you back wherever you're going.
Look, we simply supplied her with a ticket. That is all.
No, you know what? I appreciate you exonerating.
Yeah.
Because, as you should, you're not responsible for the driver if they are logging onto their Uber driver account and saying, I'm okay to drive and to commute people. Out of your hands.
Yeah. So,
oh man,
so got to the show and I was feeling pretty good, but I was perfectly fine. And at some point during the show, somebody else got a round of drinks, and then it was kind of halfway through the show, and I was like, let's grab one more drink.
Okay.
So I went down, grabbed a couple drinks, ran into another coworker there, stopped, talked to them for a couple of minutes. So I set my drinks down on the floor in typical Steve fashion, kicked one of them over.
Yeah.
So
did you walk around saying, give me another one, don't you know who I am?
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly.
I mean, you mentioned typical Steve fashion. So.
Yeah, that's how I handle myself. Mm-hmm.
Who kicked this over? Don't you know where I come from? I'm radio.
I'm a radio guy.
I'm Fifth Banana in the lineup of monkeys. Act accordingly.
So, I had ordered my go-to, the Crown and Sprite.
Of course, yeah. Now, you turned on to this drink. Was it before your wedding you were on Crown? Yeah, because that night we went out. You dragged me to some hotel bar when I wanted to do nothing but go home.
I know.
And my wife made me, run 4,000 blocks downtown Grand Rapids to 3 different hotels and go into a closed bar where I had to show an ID that I was a resident just to get in.
Yep.
And you were drinking those by then, if I remember.
So yeah, I think so.
So you've been a Crown and Sprite guy for, let's call it 5 years now.
5 years.
So that's still the go-to. You didn't
still my go-to.
back to beer because it's cheaper at a venue? Okay.
No, I still enjoy the Crown and Sprite. So I ordered that, and the woman said, "Oh, we just finished our Crown. We don't have any Crown left." And I was like, "Okay, so how about Makers and Sprite? Maker's Mark."
I'm surprised you didn't just go, "What's the house?" Right?
In hindsight, would have been a better idea because I said, "I'll take." Do you have Makers? She said, "Yeah, no problem. You want that instead?" And I said, "Perfect." And it wasn't until I was walking back to the seat because I had 4 drinks in my hand.
Never easy.
Never easy. Luckily, one of them was a bottle of water, so I was able to tuck that in my pocket. So I'm carrying 3 drinks, and as I'm carrying them, I'm like, "Oh, wait a minute! I know what this drink should be. Whoever's drink should be clear, and it is. And then, what is this really dark drink?
Oh no, because yours should be brown, but not sludge brown.
Exactly. This is. I mean, it looks like Coke. It's dark. And I take one whiff of it, and I say, well, that's not Makers.
Oh, no.
Apparently, she heard Makers as Jaeger.
I'm comfortable saying we are too old to be drinking Jägermeister.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
That is a decidedly early to mid-20s, and as we established multiple times, I'm in my early 30s. Steve, you're in your mid-30s.
Yep.
Jaeger is out of the question for us as we age.
Yeah. And
oh, no.
I think that it had Sprite in it too, which...
What a weird combination.
It's got to be the first time that a bartender has ever made Jaeger and Sprite. Maybe not. Maybe that is a completely common thing that I just don't know about.
I put that on the poll. Can you mix Jägermeister with Sprite? I'm comfortable knowing the answer.
Yeah, I mean, yes, you can. But
That's a fair way to put it. Should you, is how I'll phrase it. Should you mix Jaeger and Sprite?
Yeah.
But again, important to say, not your choice.
No. So I took one sip of it. Of course, it was garbage.
Why wouldn't it be? Nothing about those sounds like it would blend well and be a delicious treat.
And it must have been the bottom of the bottle of Jaeger, too, that they just wanted to get rid of.
Been
because
sitting there for 8 months.
But I mean, she gave me like the heaviest pour ever. It was a massive pour.
Listen, Radio Steve doesn't get light pours.
She probably saw the stars in my eyes.
Did you wear some station merch?
Yeah.
Were you wearing 96.3, the Q, 14 affiliates ago, and Wilkes-Barre?
Yep.
She's like, I used to live there. I loved the Q.
So yeah, I got back to the seat. I took one sip of that drink, and I said, "This is disgusting." But I paid for it, so I'm just gonna keep on sipping.
And we don't have to get into specifics, but by playing a little bit of Price is Right, did that drink touch double digits? Did you not know because you just gave a card and said, "Here, take it, and let's go"?
Well, I mean, I bought 4 drinks, so I was well into double digits.
Yeah,
so I don't know what the breakdown of.
You weren't the lonely old man pulling green 20s out of your wallet, though, were you?
No. So yeah, I ended up finishing that drink, and strangely enough, that's right around the time that my brain said, "Well, I think we're gonna go to sleep now."
That doesn't track.
And but I was still I vaguely remember the car ride back to the house.
So you don't remember the end of the show? You don't remember a lot of the last quarter of the show, perhaps?
Probably.
So you're not quite back yet. But tell me if you can, in your memory, the last time you think you remember drinking as much as you did, just alcohol quantity, right? Because maybe you made it a long day one day and you had 5 or 6 beers or whatever throughout the course of a day, but this is much more compact. When was the last time you recall drinking like this?
Well, I know it was not long ago. It was in November for Bob's wedding.
Right.
But before that, I don't think I've had that much to drink since my wedding.
Wow.
Yeah.
So now twice in 6 months... Mid-30s Steve has come out to play.
Yeah.
Acting like late 20s or mid-20s Steve. Which, again, he's been extinct for a while. I was there for it. We watched both of our mid and late 20s go extinct.
Yep.
For good reason. So is this one of those where you wake up? So, and I shouldn't have cut this off. You didn't come home.
No, I did not.
When was the last time you passed out on a couch, Steve?
Oh, boy. It's been a long time.
You miss it? You miss that feeling?
I miss nothing about that.
Wearing the same clothes you had on all day, sleeping on. The couch might be the most comfortable couch to those people in the world.
Yeah.
Sleeping on what is no doubt an uncomfortable couch to you and to anybody else who isn't used to it. Stumbling around trying to find a restroom in the middle of the night to go to the bathroom or get a drink of water. Waking up to, Johnny Sunshine, who decided they don't get hungover. They make eggs at 6.
Oh, that would have been so bad. That would have been really, really bad.
What happened? When did the realization hit you that you'd made a terrible mistake? There
were glimpses of that shame last night. I remember kind of being like...
You had some moments.
In that in-between being like, oh, crap. Luckily, a coworker of mine said, I'm just going to go ahead and text Annette, tell her you're not coming home.
Smart. Did you pull the I can make it?
No. Not a chance.
Yeah, fun. I'm coming home.
No. At no point did I ever consider.
Annette! Where's my keys? Steven, that's not here.
Yeah. Yeah, so that didn't go over that well.
Well, I can see how that would be a bit of a shock.
I am placing blame on no one but me.
Sure.
And that was bad. That was rough.
And
really rough.
You don't have the opportunity to stumble home, again, same clothes you wore a day ago, and then decide, I'm sorry, 2-year-old daughter. Daddy's not available today. It's going to be another mommy day today.
Yeah.
You don't have that ability, well, at least I'm assuming, you don't have that choice. You have to then be a dad. How'd you play? I mean, what time did you come home?
I got back at about 9.
Okay.
So I woke up, and first of all, the whole where am I? I've never been in this house before. What the hell?
Who dragged me to this dungeon I'm unfamiliar with?
Yeah. So I woke up, and I said to myself, do not stand up fast.
Yeah, roll over to a side or put put 2 feet down and then take it slow. Yeah.
So I stood up and immediately said, "Self, this ain't happening yet." And I laid right back down. And I think I laid there for another hour.
Was there anything else going on around you? Was everybody else kind of rustling and bustling?
It was
silent.
It was silent in the house. And I think I nodded back off for a little bit, and then finally got myself together.
Yeah, you're able to stand up.
Stumbled out of the house, and I was like, all right, let's do this. Got to drive home. And it's about a 25-minute drive home.
Not that far. I mean, other side of town, but,
the longest 25 minutes of my life.
Now, back in the day on the radio show, if you were late or you made a boo-boo, you just overslept, you'd bring home breakfast or bring breakfast to the station for everybody else because, hey, you made the boo-boo and it's kind of you making up for it.
Yeah.
That might still be a thing. I don't know. I don't listen. I'm a fan of the production.
Right. Terrible.
Got a wife and a daughter at home. And listen, I'm not saying this about your wife and daughter in particular. I'm saying this about the world. Everybody loves an unexpected breakfast. Right? Like, there's not much. Is there anything better?
No.
Than like waking up and
unexpected food brought to you,
like arriving on your, and it's like it's hard to get a bad breakfast food, right? It's not like you, for the most part. I'm assuming you're not bringing pistachio avocado wrap with kale oil.
Sounds delicious.
I mean, and where you like, and that's like rubbing her hands together.
Right.
Opens the bag. Says, you stop at the produce section on the way home, or is this supposed to be food? So I'm assuming 25 minutes, a lot of time to kind of digest what happened. Probably had a window open.
Kind of
get some fresh air.
Rehearse my
I mean, it's nothing but apologies,
my
right?
apology speech.
So where did you stop to bring home unexpected and surprise breakfast for your family?
You think that would have gone over well?
I think it would have been
better than what I did, which was nothing.
I think it would have smoothed the landing a little bit, right?
I don't. And hear me out on this, because if I'm on the other side of that, because I know that Annette is pissed at me, and I 100% get it, and it is completely justified.
Yeah, you've gone and done a mid-20s Steve thing, or late 20s Steve, a pre-father Steve thing. Yeah, 3 months away from the birth of your second child.
Yeah. Oh boy, when you say it like that,
I'm just labeling some context for everybody else.
Exactly.
It's like I'm barely even talking to you. I'm just trying to lay a lot of the building blocks at the feet of our listeners, being this is an audio medium.
Yeah.
About your mindset. So that's why I brought up the idea of maybe trying to do something just a tiny, minuscule bit nice, like an unexpected breakfast. But hey, you know what? That one, maybe it slipped past the goalie, and that's fine.
No, I thought about it, but then I thought, this is just your ploy to try and avoid the confrontation that you know that you're going to have.
Sure.
So I decided to go in unarmed.
Just cold.
Completely unarmed.
Again, the same disgusting, smelling, wrinkled, horrid clothes you wore yesterday.
Yeah.
Unwashed, unbrushed teeth.
Mm-hmm.
Some vomit stains, probably a little bit of pee down your leg. Again, this is just me. Again, not for you.
Hypothetically.
This is just me, again, like a kindergartner, taking one of those red rectangular boxes, stacking them on each other to paint this picture, this beautiful picture for our listeners about what I think is what's happening.
Right.
So you smell, you stink, you look haggard. You're not in any shape to be talking to people.
No.
If you'd stopped at a gas station, you're liable to get a few quarters thrown at you like a hobo. You go to the restroom once, you realize there's feces in your pants.
Man, it's like you were there.
You got one sock on and a crock on the wrong foot. But baby, Big Bacon Steve is home.
Empty-handed.
With no unexpected breakfast.
No.
But the loving embrace of a smelly, smelly man in day-old clothes.
Yeah, I walked in, not to the fanfare that you would expect.
What?
Yeah.
You didn't get like a hip hip hooray or
No.
yay, he's home with like maybe a plate of fresh fruit on the table?
No. Well, there was fresh fruit on the table, but none of it was mine. None of it was for me.
Like a glass of water, maybe, a little English breakfast tea for you to
I haven't had my EBT
to help
today.
you.
Haven't even had my EBT today.
And like a warm towel to place over your forehead.
The reception was not great. And once again, I'm going to say that it shouldn't have been. I got the reception that I deserved. During a brief conversation, I had to say,
Oh no.
I think I need to go upstairs now because I might be sick.
So you're having a conversation. Again, it's
Yeah.
not a pleasant conversation.
It's not a pleasant,
It's
got to be had.
I want to make it clear to anybody out there thinking this is like some really bad, I'm going to guess from the outside this wasn't like some, I'm taking the kid and I'm leaving. So everybody, please don't think any of that.
Nope.
This is the conversation that you have at this age range where if you drink too much, you pay the piper.
Yeah.
And that piper is your significant other who parented your child.
Yeah.
For that time you were unsustainable. And I had this very similar discussion, when I had COVID and decided to drink 5 bourbons, Steve. So I'm all too familiar with the discomfort around it and how to address it.
And this, honestly, it wasn't even about that I went out and drank too much. It was my my lack of communication with
It's tough.
And
you're in the moment.
Yeah.
I
take 100%. Obviously, it's 100% on me. So yeah, obviously the uncomfortable conversation had to be had. Mm-hmm. It's still being had.
With increased communication, I think there's a good chance that if you text her, LOL, bartender misheard makers for Jaeger and poured a heavy Jaeger and Sprite. WTF. Mm-hmm. I think Annette steps in and says something like, don't drink that.
You okay?
Or, that sounds awful. Don't do that to yourself. Something to where maybe you still do drink it, but at least you're thinking,
yeah,
you know what? I'm not going to drink it, and you make that choice.
The whole night just like I drank way too much.
Yeah,
and to the point where it was strange that because normally I'm just like, oh, I gotta tell Annette this. Mm-hmm. I gotta text her this. Mm-hmm. I gotta take a funny picture and send it to her.
Yeah.
And the fact that there was none of that, I think that it scared her a bit.
Yeah, you're caught up in the moment.
Yeah.
You're
and I didn't. Just the fact that I didn't didn't really communicate at all the whole night.
Yeah.
Like, it was bad. It was pretty bad. And then, I got home. We're kind of in the middle of kind of a conversation, and then I just had to excuse myself because I was pretty sure I was going to be sick.
Yeah.
So I just went upstairs. By the time I got up the steps, I was like, okay, I think I'm all right. Yeah. So I just laid down on the bed for about 2 hours.
Okay. Again, nothing. I mean, what I was talking about earlier, where you come in hat in hand and decide to be, still got to be dad, still got to be husband. Yeah, that was just me talking.
That's why I kind of cringed a bit when you said that.
Just me doing hypotheticals and about how one way it could go, and you're obviously telling us about the road less traveled here in the Robert Frost poem.
Yeah.
Is this one of those events where you tell yourself, that's it? I'm never drinking again.
I'm never drinking that much again. That is it. I
think it's easy to look back at the deal breaker and say that's where it went wrong, though. And that is something that you would never willingly drink or order. Mm-hmm. And now you could safely say even accidentally drink, right?
Yeah. That was... I partially blame the bartender because who would make such a monstrosity of it?
Honestly, and not even glance twice at the ingredients that they're pouring and thinking, this is totally normal. I'm going to mix this baby up, slide it down the bar like Sam from Cheers.
Right.
Normie's going to catch it, carry it away with joyful glee in his eyes as he sips on his Jaeger and Sprite. Have you thought about a barter system? Meaning, as a form of penance, you say, well, if there's a night you want the next, 3 months where you go out,
go
and
nuts.
Just take it to the limit. I'm talking pedicure, Diet Coke with caffeine in it.
Maybe a Shirley Temple.
Chicken wings. Up to you, hun. Do it.
That's a fine idea.
You want to take that to her? I'm sorry you went through that. It's not easy. It's not easy to recover from that. And the sad realization, not of what fun you could have had last night, but the realization of the...
I had a blast.
You had fun up until you remember. Have you gotten any glimpses in hindsight from the other people you were with about after where you kind of brown out?
I don't think I think basically we got back to the house. I just kind of sat down on the couch and
okay.
And I was out.
So you weren't like running down the street, with a sock over your Johnson.
Not that I'm aware of.
You weren't singing karaoke in the living room, but there's no karaoke machine to be found.
Just singing.
Same sock, same Johnson.
Yeah.
So none of that. Okay. Well, I mean, listen, it is what it is, right? It's a mistake. You had fun. The fun got to a degree that you...
yeah.
I think that also goes to be said 10 years ago, 8 years ago, 5 years ago, maybe that same level of night alcohol-wise doesn't hit you as hard.
No.
Right? Maybe not to the point where you're driving home, but you're aware, hey, I'm not driving home. I'm still communicating, maybe broken words.
Right.
But and you might have the foresight to say, well, I can order this Uber to bring me home, even on a night like tonight.
Yeah. Yeah.
Age gets everybody, Steve.
Boy, Father Time, he's a real piece of
When was the last time you even... outside of one social drink out with a couple or whatever, when was the last time you even drank more than one drink?
At Bob's wedding in November.
So November.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'm comfortable saying that the inebriation came from like real shock to your system, right?
I don't know if I've had any alcohol since November.
Yeah.
And before November, it was 6 months.
Okay.
I mean, I've drank twice in the last calendar year and gotten really, really drunk both of those times. So I don't think that's good. Those those percentages 100.
Yeah, of both times.
That's not good. It's not good. I can't believe that people do this every day.
But they're doing it every day to sustain themselves to what they think their normal needs to be. And that's what's so crazy about alcoholism and people who suffer from that and have to witness that, especially in loved ones.
Yeah.
I can't imagine having to look at your life and saying, this needs to be my normal because it's the only way I can feel normal is this level of intoxication or just chasing that feeling. Unbelievable. Yeah. Speaking of that, it was on the poll earlier this year, and I hate to be that guy, but if you're sober that long and then you have a beer, you do have to turn those chips in.
Yeah, I think so.
So I don't know if you want to go upstairs and get them. But I'd appreciate those on the table by next week, and I'll keep them safe.
Not a problem.
For the way it goes, maybe around November again for whatever reason.
I think. I think that's it for a while.
November would be a while.
Yeah.
There's time and place for everything, Steve. Time and a place for everything. Glad you owned up for it.
Yeah.
You are a man of penance. You now get to, when we wrap this up here in a few moments, get to continue to take your lashings as well as the sounds, noises, and movements of a 2+-year-old, which are, in a lot of instances, in the state you're in, more punishment than anything else.
Yeah. It's today's one of those days where I think, okay, well, she'll be up from her nap at about 4:30. Yeah. Bedtime's at 7:30.
What time?
3 hours.
What time can you justify taking an hour-long shower? Right. Maybe you're going to go out and get dinner, and maybe it's a restaurant 30 minutes away. You've now covered 2 hours just in driving and the hour-long shower.
Yeah.
And then, hey, Daddy's got work in the morning and got to catch up. It's been a long weekend, so quiet time.
I can't imagine any of those suggestions would go over well, nor should they.
Well, out of fear of falling behind like we did last year, Steve, do you think it would be pertinent for me today to maybe... Should I read out? Now, we don't have anything posted on our social media quite yet. Should I run through?
Oh, that would be a good idea.
Our opening round matchups for Poll Badness 2022.
I like that idea.
I could do this.
Oh, this is where it gets good.
What, 2 piano keys?
Here's where it drops.
If you want to be the best, you got to be a fighter.
Oh, it is that time of year. It is Poll Badness 2022. You can follow all of these matchups on Twitter. We're going to try to post links to Facebook as well and Instagram to where you can click to vote and poll. And I know we asked last week, and I can't be more serious. If the voting numbers are similar to the last time we had a separate website for polling, this will never happen again.
I thought that we determined last time that this would never happen again.
But we had a really solid amount of engagement last year. It was just what felt like, and granted, you did a lot of it. I did a lot of the prep work. You did a lot of the execution set. It felt like a mountain of work to make that work, to pull that off. To where we had an image and you had to comment A or B for which team you think should win on all 3 social medias. And I would have to spend way too much time at the end of every week.
Adding them all up.
And maybe we do it again that way this year because it is, if we have a template saved and we kind of know how to do it and we have that software, that app that can push the same thing out to every social, or it's going to be a click and I just need you to click and vote. Please. Please. I enjoy this. I love watching them come in every year.
Yep.
I love picking through the polls. So without further ado, let's get into our opening round matchups. In the patently absurd division.
Oh, patently absurd. Okay.
We have the number 1 seed, where biblical time gifts sticks with faces carved in them and pairs. Taking on number 8 seed, snaking in the play-in game are slurpers, also front yard parkers. Moving on, the winner of that will take on the winner of the 4 seed. Do you have to wait for 10 years of friendship to break the soup wall? Taking on the number 5 seed, have you ever seen Olivia Newton-John and Meatloaf in the same room? Moving on to the bottom half of that bracket, because again, Steve, we did pare it down in the discussion den. We even had to take some time out in the planning pagoda to make sure we could fill the 32-team bracket. We really wanted to tighten that competition up this year. Mm-hmm. It is the 32, the Throaty-2 as a throwback to our first incarnations of this bracket. Only 32 teams make it. So the number 3 seed on the bottom side of this bracket, on this division, do you have to knock 3 times to get the wirer? Taking on number 6 seed if a space mission fails, so they have to jettison themselves into the sun. And the number 2 seed in the patently absurd bracket, would second chance Jeeps be more interesting if it were helping Jeeps through alcohol and narcotic addiction? Takes on a classic from the last few years, though, but just a 7 seed. Does Bobcat refer to himself as a jokesman?
A jokesman, yeah.
That brings together your patently absurd division with the number 1 overall seed, where Biblical Time Gifts sticks with faces carved in them and pairs. We move down to the what the division with number 1 seed is...
I like these division names.
Is Jimmy the Bangladeshian bullet shooter only at the Olympics to plow people like Veronica the New Zealand pole vaulter? Taking on the number 8 seed, if you're an envelope end terror, do you belong in prison? They'll take on the winner of the 4 vs. 5 matchup, which is Canucks. Bunch of sneaky SOBs. And the number 5 seed, Obituaries. Enough already? Moving to the bottom side of that division, the number 3 seed is Annette's Etsy shop. Just her slamming airplane-sized booze bottles to get away from Steve.
After last night.
Taking on the number 6 seed, is it a prerequisite for a drummer to be a juggler? The bottom side there, the number 2 seed is 94.3 K-Rock, where the rock rocks, the rock station's rock station, which is in my bracket, a real dark horse to make it to the Final Four here. Taking on the number 7 seed is Tammy Hilfiger, the lesser-known cousin of Tommy Hilfiger. That brings together the What The division. Moving down to the Asinine division, number 1 seed. Boy, it's been a hot topic conversation recently, Steve.
Yeah.
Are you more of a fart guy or a dick guy? Take on the number 8 seed. Should a neighbor's rocks, quote, be all up in your business? They'll face the winner of the 4 vs. 5 matchup. Does it get any whiter than Papa Benjamin's? And is Steve's 40-day diet program sponsored by Jesus? In the bottom half of this division, the number 3 seed, do Flat Earth and salsa go hand in hand? Going up against one of our favorite targets we've talked about quite a bit, Andrew Dice Clay. Is Andrew Dice Clay basically an aggressive masseuse? You couldn't pay me to remember the context of that one. Down on the very bottom side, the number 2 seed, would you tune into the Fruit Boot and Shoot at the Olympics? Yeah. A really nice number 2 seed. A lot of talent there in the number 2 seed. Takes on the number 7. Should amputees get a discount on clothing? Wrapping up our the Throaty 2, we go over to the Are They Serious division. The number 1 seed, the final number 1 seed. Does the wind have to be just right to hear the cries of the spirits of the drywall? Takes on number 8, just sneaking in, the last entrant into this year's top 32. Is Mr. Belvedere a top 5 British person?
Absolutely.
They'll take on the winner of the 4 seed. Is there always an Aunt Cheryl who shows up 30 minutes late pulling a pie out of her purse? Facing off against the number 5, did Steve not eating June Thanksgiving dinner ruin June Thanksgiving dinner for everyone else? Maybe. The bottom half, the number 3 seed, is a guy walking into a funeral in jeans, the guy walking into a wedding in shorts. Takes on the number 6 is the semicolon, the most look at me of the phone number hyphenation world. The final matchup of the opening round of the Throaty 2 Pole Badness 2022. The number 2 seed are the middle anchors worthless in a pallbearer situation. Takes on number 7. Are the tasty videos on social media more misleading than 9/11 conspiracy videos? You'll be able to vote on those at Steve and Kyle. Twitter for sure. Keep your eyes peeled on Facebook and Instagram as well for all of those. Yeah. And we will have the first round matchups decided on this very podcast a week from now, where you'll be able to hear boy, we need to think up a better name for the 16, huh? The sexy 16?
What's the 32?
Throaty 2.
We're still calling it Throaty 2?
I think the Throaty 2 is a nice homage to how this whole thing started years ago. And now I don't know, do we want to stick with the throat and noise?
I mean, yeah, it makes no
idea
sense to begin with, so why try
the
to
squelch
give it...
16?
Yeah. Maybe...
we had a name for it.
We had a name for it. I'll go back and look. Maybe
I forget it.
Yeah.
But we'll determine those matchups next week. Please get those votes in. There should be a bracket posted. We're going to figure that out as well.
Yeah.
So you can chart your path to the Pole Badness 2022 champion of your dreams.
Mm-hmm. Now, we have just a little bit of time left. I know. Apologies to Robert. We lost him just a couple of minutes ago.
Oh. I wasn't even going to ask Steve because I didn't want to put you on the spot because I didn't think you were able to do this week.
Oh, of course I did. I watched this on...
Let me pull up
watched this on Friday night, I think.
Okay, let's get into it. It's time for Steve's 1-minute Marvel movie reviews.
Yeah.
Steve, your thoughts on 2014's Captain America, the Winter Soldier.
All right. As usual, lot to unpack here. Mm-hmm. Hey, everyone. Steve's back, and he's still really fast. Pirates hijacked a boat, and Steve and Natasha and the gang are going to go there and kick their ass. Steve is pissed at Nick Fury and is thinking of getting out, leaving S.H.I.E.L.D. for good. The bad dudes dressed up as cops, and they tried to attack Nick, but his robot car is fighting back. He gets away, but a guy who looks like Edward Scissorhands makes his car flip over. That was a big moment. Nick escapes to Steve's house, but the bad guy shows up and shoots him, but Nick manages to slip Steve the hard drive right before he dies.
Oh my gosh.
Rest in peace, Nick. Oh, wait, so Nick hired the pirates? That's what they find out, and he was trying to throw everyone off the scent? Now S.H.I.E.L.D. wants Steve because they know he has all the secrets. I'm going to do it.
I felt like you were right there this time. Again, there was only 30 seconds, so you have another 30 seconds.
Yeah, I'm gonna get there. Okay. All right, so yeah, Steve also has all the secrets. Steve and Natasha fake kiss. Ooh, romance.
Yeah, right.
Whoa, the Nazi scientist is still alive and he's living in a computer now. That's weird. Turns out that Hydra was a part of S.H.I.E.L.D. all along.
Can you believe it?
The guy who Steve beat in a foot race at the beginning of the movie has a wingsuit now, and he's helping Steve and Natasha hide from S.H.I.E.L.D.
Sam Wilson.
Holy F, Bucky is the Winter Soldier.
What?
Mind blown once again. And Nick is still alive. He's been living in the sewers.
Everybody's always alive.
Hooked up to a bunch of machines and everything, keeping him alive. Poor Bucky, though. That guy, he has no clue what's going on. He's been so brainwashed. They need to take down the 3 ships before they sink up and kill millions of people. It's a long and arduous fight, but they do it. And Steve saves Bucky.
Hey!
And then... thought we had... Bucky then saves Steve. Huh. Weird.
Best friends back in the day.
It's like maybe he knows. Steve recovers. All of the bad guys are busted. And now he wants to go find Bucky again. And that was Captain America, the Winter Soldier.
Wow. Always brings me a smile to my face, Steve, to hear the descriptors, the names, the verbiage used for you to describe these Marvel movies.
Yeah.
A lot of names, obviously minuscule, don't matter.
The bad guy.
Yep, the bad guy. The bad guy's a robot now, or his brain is being, yeah.
The Hydra guy.
Yeah, you hit a lot.
Yeah. Did I miss anything? I always like to ask if I missed any major plot points.
Well, I mean, I'm behind this week.
Okay.
So I'm going to catch up and then get back to you next week on that as we continue this journey. This was a big one. The introduction of Hydra, which was they infiltrated a lot of these organizations, essentially their form of Nazis, kind of, I guess. Bucky, though, huh?
Crazy.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't really like him.
Oh.
He's not that nice of a man.
Big fan of Bucky, the actors, Sebastian Stan. as he continues on in the Marvel Universe as well. You'll be able to see, you'll see more of him. A couple of post-credit scenes. Anything stand out to you? Did you, any moment of like, ooh?
I watched them, but I never really get much from them.
Okay.
I'm,
They're usually always teasing something.
yeah, and I never know who the people are.
Right. So for you, it's meaningless.
Yeah.
So
it's like, oh, a guy
yeah,
has a suit or something.
yeah. This one teasing the Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver.
Yeah, I don't know who any of those are.
Brother and sister, you'll find out going forward.
Okay.
Just a tremendous effort as we're now 9 movies in. Maybe we make the executive decision to go ahead and not ask Annette to chime in this week on phase 1 simply because we're a little bit over.
Probably a good move.
Probably, our apologies to Annette again. Again, the old Matt Damon boot off the end of the couch. Steve, your official review of 2014's Captain America, the Winter Soldier.
You know, it's funny. Normally I have like a little note that is my review, and I failed to do that this week. Give me a minute.
I'm writing all this down. A little note with my review on it, but this week I didn't. Give me a minute. A lot to think. Captain America is they make it more interesting in these movies, but he's kind of the Marvel version of Superman in terms of people consider him a little bit boring. He's super vanilla. He's Mr. Patriot. And so these movies had to take on a little bit of a different tone to make him more interesting, right? So I'm kind of curious your take on the character himself. Like, are you intrigued by Captain America and Steve Rogers? Do you like him? Is he boring to you?
Yeah, he's kind of
he's a little bit boring, right?
I think calling him, he's good in gym class.
Yeah. They do give him a little bit more to chew on here coming up once you start approaching the third Captain America entry, Civil War, which is 4 weeks away for you. You start to see a little bit more of him and his take on how he wants to be more interactive with how superheroes and superhumans are treated in this world where they now came out of nowhere and all exist.
Yeah. All right. So my official review, Captain America, the Winter Soldier. I enjoyed the action, but I'm not a fan of Bucky.
Wow. You were really taking a lot of these fan favorites to task. Loki, Bucky.
Although you can keep typing. I do have a glimmer of hope because in one of the post-credit scenes, Bucky goes to the museum.
I thought these were supposed to be short.
Right. And I kind of saw a little glimmer in his eye that he's trying to remember who he really is.
Okay, so to recap, Steve's official review for Captain America, the Winter Soldier. You know, it's funny. Most of the time I have a little note with my review on it, but this week I don't. I didn't. Give me a minute. I enjoyed the action, but I am not a fan of Bucky, although I do have a glimmer of hope because in one of the post-credit scenes, Bucky goes to the museum, and I kind of saw a glimmer in his eye that he's trying to remember who he really is. Very long, would fit in Vanity Fair, let alone our little Excel document.
Yeah, I mean, you basically saw that with Siskel and Ebert underneath it.
Like the blurbs underneath on Rotten Tomatoes. Marvel Movie Reviews brought to you by Steve. Next week we'll be back here, same time, same place, for your review of Avengers Age of Ultron.
Ooh.
So back to the Avengers well in an entry not fantastically regarded.
Okay. I'm still waiting for the one where you say everyone loved it.
I'm sorry. I apologize. It is not Avengers Age of Ultron next week. It's Guardians of the Galaxy week, Steve.
Oh.
This is it.
That's the one that everybody loves.
This is a big one. Now, the Guardians of the Galaxy entries have been universally beloved.
So there's going to be a lot of
casting, and its directing, its writing.
Okay.
Absolute joy top to bottom.
There's going to be a lot of space then.
All in space.
All in space. That Rainbow Road thing or the Rainbow Bridge where...
You know, no Thor yet. I'm glad you brought that up. The Bifrost has been destroyed, if you'd remember from the last
Yeah,
horror
but they
movie
just
you watched.
don't they just build a new one?
Yeah, I mean, everybody just rebuilds the Rainbow Road and the Bifrost. That's how it works when you're on NASCAR. This guy.
I look forward to it.
Guardians
of the Galaxy.
Oh,
I
excited to rewatch.
remember the hubbub about this. So, get to that next week.
Listen, my condolences to you. I hope you feel better quick.
This is bad.
Hangovers are not fun as you age.
No,
you know,
I don't
we're not
feel
in our
great.
20s.
I'm expecting to still feel like crap tomorrow.
Well, at least
Monday.
you don't have to work or anything.
Yeah, Monday, the beginning of the work week.
Keep your eye out for those polls. Again, social media at Steve and Kyle to vote on all of the Poll Badness 2022.
See you next week.
Would you like to round up your purchase today? Raise your hand if you've been asked that before. Oh, wait, don't. You're probably driving. Rounding Up, though, does incredible things for the charities in our community. Every single penny raised through our Roundup at the Register and Community Kickback program goes directly to the charity of the month. Charities like Wings of Mercy, 92 for 22, Helen DeVos Children's Hospital, and so many more. Know a charity that would benefit? Contact info@jhoil.com for more details. J&H Family Stores, fueling Michigan since 1969.